Now, we know that there's an original creator and there's a God of history because we see that evil has all has been defeated over the centuries. Every major evil has fallen, and the evils of today will also fall, just as the previous evils have fallen, just as the German Nazis, just as the communists have fallen, so too the those who want to attack the world and to kill those people who don't believe just like them, they're also evil. And they also will fail, just as the others have failed. And the Jew represents the belief in one God for the entire world, teaching the world that there is an original creator who wants people to recognize the creator and believes that there's such a thing as goodness and justice that will ultimately prevail. That's the God. There is a God and there's a God of history. Now, is there a God of the Torah? How can I be certain that there's a God of the Torah? We're not talking about Orthodox interpretation or conservative interpretation or even Reform interpretation of the Torah. Is there a God of the Torah? Is the Torah God's word? And of course, the Reform and the Conservative will say no. The Conservative initially said that the Torah was given by divine inspiration. Today, I'm not even sure they say that. They don't believe that the Torah was given by God. But there are still people who want to believe and should believe that God had a message for the world. Where is that message? If there is a God, and there's a God of history who has gotten rid of all of the evils of the world and will continue to get rid of those evils, and I mean the evils that today exist that wishes to dominate the world and to force everybody to be just like them. Those are evil, and they will be defeated. Ultimately, I can't defeat them. I have no power. But God will find a way for them to collapse and be defeated. But just as evil has been defeated over and over again and collapsed, showing us that there's a God of history, there also is a God of the Torah. We don't have to now argue the Orthodox understanding of the words of the Torah. I'm talking about the understanding that the words of the Torah are divine and are the divine system upon which the world is created. You see, that's a religious statement. How could you say such a stupid thing? So my answer to you is that in the last 50 years, or 60 years, there have been people going into the words of the Torah and finding meanings and finding events and finding patterns and codes within the Torah. I know that there are people who say this is a lot of junk and, and so on and so forth. Before you say that, read what they say. Read what Doron Witzum and Professor Katz and their inspirer, the one who inspired them, Rabbi Michal Dov Weissmadel, said about the Torah codes. We have been taught that the Torah is the blueprint of the world, and that within this blueprint is found all the complexities of biology and science and history. The world is said by the proponents of the Torah, the world was created by the words of the Torah. If that is so, that means that the words of the Torah must have within them the anticipation and the the force is necessary to develop those things to happen. Now, the fact is that Whitsom, Katz, and their group have discovered so many things that are in code that I challenge you to find any other document that has anything that approaches that. I know that you can find codes everywhere, because that's the nature of a code. You can find a code just about anywhere. But can you find consistently, encoded within the letters of any document, any major event, any major cataclysm that has happened in this world? They have discovered that within the Torah. And so my last statement to you is that the Torah is unlike any other document, and it has been discovered, and it has not been contradicted at all. They have never been contradicted, that the Torah has the pattern, the codes for all existences. And this has been discovered to be true over and over and over again. The fact that there are different Torahs with different, slightly varying texts does not diminish the incredible accuracy of the Torah codes. The difference between our Torah and the Yemenite Torah is entirely composed of 4 letters. The difference between a Hasidic and an Ashkenazic Torah is 1 letter. So all of the major codes that have been discovered are unaffected by any variances in the Torah document. In fact, there is a person who tried to see what would happen if he would take all the various documents purporting to be original Torahs, putting them together using the formula that majority rules. What would happen? So he took 300 different Torahs, put them into a computer system, and went by majority rules. You know what happened? He wound up with the exact Torah of the Yemenites. Which means that the Torah that we have, 304,805 letters, is as exact as can humanly be possible to be transmitted exactly. And within these 304,805 letters, they have discovered are the secrets of the world. The world is found in the Torah. So now the question is, whose interpretation is right? But we all can agree there is a God of history, and there's a God of the Torah that has given the Torah not just to the Jewish people, but to all of mankind to follow. Everyone must follow the rules written in the Torah for each nation, for all peoples. There's the Noahide code for everyone else, and there's the Torah. There's the Noahide 7 mitzvahs of the Noahites for everyone else. 613 mitzvahs for us according to our tradition. And you're welcome to study the Torah to see what you come up with. But today, it is clear there is a God of the Torah. Torah was given by God to humanity, not just to Orthodox Jews, not just to Jews, but to the whole world. And those are my 3 first lessons, 101, 102, 103, for the conservative and reform movement.